You can see Thompson on the left there, drinking some water, staying hydrated, drinking that gamer juice. Tell us about him, Stoic.
And there he is, Thompson, a fellow member of SSA. You know, we worked hard to get here. He likes getting that first turn, but will he get that first turn with Tree? We're going to find out. They both share a unit. I mean, they both have that Artemiel. Will we see it from one of them? We may see that today, but we have that Gianna and Nephthys coming from Thompson as well.
And then you see Tree here having a very strong showing today, having, again, a lot of tournament experience, second place at Worlds in the first SWC, and has Artemiel, has Nephthys, so does Thompson. Look to see a lot of fireworks in this. This is the finals that everyone has been waiting for.
That's right, and now I'd like to address the crowd for a second. If you're rooting for Thompson, let's hear it. Feel that support, guys. Now if you're rooting for Tree, let's hear it. That's right, and now we're going to be doing the community polls. We've been trying to decide who we think is going to win, and we just can't do it, so we've reached out to everybody for their votes. If you guys had to put a number on it right now, what would you say?
This is a very close match. If I could just say 22 to both of them, I would say 22% to both of them.
That doesn't add up to 100,
no,
sir.
Man. I'm sorry, that's just 44. 66% to 34. Do we agree with this?
I would have said it's a 50-50.
Yeah, I agree. This is much closer to a coin flip, I'd say. Both of these players are at the top of their game. These are the biggest players right now, and they've made it to this point to prove it. Now we get to see them in a best-of-5 at the finals. They're both going to Paris. This decides who wins today. They're ready and waiting in the pick ban phase of round 1 of the grand finals. Let's see it, guys.
That is right, guys. This is round 1. This is the finals. We've got Thompson. We've got Tree. Let's see some fireworks coming from these guys. Pre-bans are out.
Can't wait. And we got a pre-ban from Vanessa from Thompson and a pre-ban from Gianna from Tree. Makes a lot of sense. Gianna, the only unit of Thompson's that Tree does not have. And Thompson taking with the Vanessa, so maybe taking a Sierra first pick to go for that Sierra, to go for the speed lead. Instead goes for the Hathor first pick, opening himself up to a Sierra or potentially a Daphne.
Tree was very quick to take that
very quick. No
right
hesitation.
Away from him.
And actually, Thompson here does not have a Gianna to fall back on, so Nephthys is not as good into Fran here. And also, if Tree's fully will up, not as good. I fully expect Thompson to either go the slow route with Artemiel or the outspeeding route with Triton and whatnot, and chooses to go with Artemiel and Sierra.
Yeah, Tree's definitely free to be drafting that Nephthys here.
And Nephthys is very good because Thompson does not have any immunity on his side. Tree going with the Josephine, telling me he is not planning on banning that Hathor and may even let that Artemiel go through as well.
Yeah, both these drafts looking pretty strong right now. I love the Josephine finishing off that four monster draft coming from Tree here. What does Thompson answer with?
I would love Thompson to take a Daphnis, or because that is an automatic ban because there's no answers from Tree's side for that. But instead goes with the Verd. Verd's a very good pick as well. And Aeger's kind of interesting, but damage is very good from that Aeger, and it's very well wound.
We're seeing a Veladrol right now on Tree's side of the field. Is he going to lock that Veladrol? And he's really taking his time to think about this one.
I'm not sure about Veladrol pick here, but Veladrol, if combined with the defense break from Nephthys, does do a lot of damage, but Verd does do a lot into Veladrol, and Aeger also does a lot to Veladrol. So I'm not sure about that being your last pick in the draft, but Tree looks to be content to lay that in.
And he does lock in that Veladrol.
Yeah, so if I'm Tree, I'm thinking that it's probably going to need to be a Verd ban or some sort of an Aeger. That's a lot of oppressive 2 picks there. Not sure if Veladrol was the right pick from Tree. I like Thompson's position a lot.
Yeah, LD Nat 5s are getting banned out. Definitely saw that Nephthys getting banned out. Artemiel's getting banned out on Thompson's side. We've got speed leads going out. Thompson with the 24, though. Here we go. We've got round 1. Thompson, Tree, let's go for the finals of this year's America's Cup. We've got Thompson taking first turn with his Aeger.
This is an Aeger outspeeding a Fran, so very, very fast Aeger, well ruined, and stripping off Will from Veladrol.
That's right, but the Will's coming right back up in the form of 2 turns.
Yeah, so that Hathor is not going to be doing anything for a while because Veladrol and Fran are going to be able to stack immunities and make it tough for Thompson to get anything off there.
Yep, went for that strip, does get resisted by that Fran.
Thompson needs to ride this Vertihile to victory here and letting that Aeger just cycle and damage. It's going to be a very oppressive Aeger, and Tree really needs to be able to stop this Aeger.
Looking for that Ventilate to get that immunity back up, gets that Bioproc as well.
So Tree here might need to even think about just resetting the Sierra or the Hathor. Really doesn't matter at this point here. Neither unit is that important.
Nip goes for it on Hathor. Hathor's down on the cooldowns. Attack bars get reduced as well. Aegir looking to take out this Fran. Gets that additional turn as well.
Yeah, we haven't seen Aegir proc very much in this tournament today, but it finally starts procking.
Does get that that provoke onto Vertiheal.
And Tree's able to get immunity up, so now he has a lot of immunity and is still protected, doing a lot of damage to Vertiheal.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of damage coming from that Veladrol.
Yeah, so actually Tree is just going to tunnel this Vertiheal, and actually Josephine's going to do the same, and it's attack buffed.
Big stun on a Vertiheal.
Yeah, and at this point here, Thompson needs to be able to protect this Verd, but doesn't really have a way to do so, so he needs to rely on his Aegir to be able to do a lot of damage.
That's right, no sustain on Thompson's side. I think that's why he's trying to so heavily focus out this Fran, getting rid of that cleanse, getting rid of that healer.
And actually, Thompson does have the ability to take out Fran.
And he does not get that bomb off! Fran resists!
That is huge! That is a giant resist, so that Fran is able to survive. That might be a game-changing resist there.
It might have been. We're gonna see that heal coming out. Wants to get his HP right back up, and he does.
And actually, Tree's gonna look to take out this Verd.
Does get that additional turn, though. Does he go and push back? No, he does not. He still continues to focus out the Fran. Can he get an additional turn? Does not get the additional turn.
So at this point, they're looking to trade units here. You're gonna see a Verd and the Fran go down here, and we're gonna see Tree again is gonna be weared down by this Aegir.
Ooh, he goes and resets the cooldowns on that Veladrol.
So pretty much permanent immunity here, but at the same time, Ganymede is exposed at the moment.
Yep, he was looking to get some glancing on an Aegir. Thompson is able to drop down that Fran.
So if Tree is not able to control the Sierra right now, he's going to eat a bomb from the Sierra onto Ganymede. So look for that to be Thompson's avenue of attack.
Does he go for a branding effect? No, he did not go for a branding effect onto the Ganymede. He could have taken advantage of that damage with a bomb as well.
And so Thompson's going to set this off.
There it is, gets a stun. Josie's passive gets procced.
And Thompson should take note, that was very squishy Veladrol. So this Veladrol does a lot of damage, but that was a lot of damage that it also took from the Aegir.
That's right. We're going to see someone to get reset, and attack bars are getting dumped on Thompson's side of the field here.
That's a lot of tempo that Thompson has lost. But missing the attack bar from the Aegir is also huge.
No stun on the Aegir. A lot of damage coming from that Veladrol as well. Oh, another return stun on the Aegir. Not looking good for Thompson.
Actually, yeah, there's no way to stop this Ganymede from poking that Aegir to death. The Aegir's going to go down.
All right, he's going to go for it here. Is he going to let that dot do the work?
Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point because the Aegir is not going to be able to move, and Tree's just going to be able to take it out with any other unit he wants.
Aegir does not die to the dot, and he does not choose to finish off just yet with that Josephine.
And I think Tree uses third skill on the Veladrol and then to boost the Ganymede up.
Oof, we went for some serious damage onto Ciara. Can't land a bomb out, so he's going to be forced to just first skilling that Ganymede. Does get an additional turn. We're going to see more damage onto the Ganymede as well.
Yeah, just going to auto. That's quite a lot of damage from the auto, but at this point here, Thompson is going to lose his Aegir very soon.
Yep, right here it should be, and there it is. Aegir does drop. We get another additional turn coming from this Ganymede. Can he get the glancing? He does get the glancing.
And actually, Veladrol is going to do a lot of work. I don't think Thompson's going to be able to take this. Veladrol is going to do a ton of damage in the Sarah later.
He has to throw that bomb out there. Is he going to set it off? Why not? And he does so, dropping that Ganymede.
Yeah, but at the same time, again, this Veladrol is going to do so much damage into Ciara.
That's right, and the Hathor as well.
Yeah, and Hathor does absolutely nothing in the Veladrol. So Tree pretty much has this game, that Veladrol actually being able to help let Tree stay into this game.
Yep, most definitely. Thompson's just thinking about the next match at this point.
Yeah, again, Tree is just looking to poke down the Ciara and is going to do so right here.
Yeah, a really big stun right there, finishing off that Ciara, not looking good at all for Thompson. Thompson really is thinking about what he needs to do to not take another loss to Tree.
And you see Thompson really thinking about the picks here. He knows it's over, but he's thinking about what went wrong, how he could have won, because on paper his draft was very good. So look to see him pivot in the next game.
That's correct. You're going to see a sleep coming out. Can he get that strip? Maybe even the kill onto the Josephine as well. Does receive that. He could actually keep reducing the attack bar of this Veladrol. Let's find out.
Well, he's going to have to wake up that Veladrol, so unless he procs, he's going to be in trouble. Thompson's still biting his lip, thinking about it, likely just thinking about what he needs to do in the next game.
Does go for Sanctuary to get that 3-turn immunity up here. Does get an additional turn there. Finishes off that Hathor. Tree's taking round one away from Thompson.
Tree's got 1 point on the board. He only needs 2 more of those in order to be crowned the champion of the day. He seemed to have infinite immunity, and Thompson was a little light on options to remove it, and one of the few chances that he had to land that bomb got resisted.
That was huge there. Had he taken out that Fran, that pretty much would have ended the game there. At the same time, that Verd kind of went down very early, and that Verd is very good in a Veligil usually.
I would have liked to see that branding effect get placed onto that Ganymede, because that bomb damage definitely would have taken advantage of the branding on the Ganymede. We could have seen a removal of it. Ganymede procced a lot in this match.
Correct. Even though it is water in the wind, at the same time, that damage did nothing to Veligil, so I like that assessment.
That's right. Here we go into round 2. Thompson versus Tree in the finals. Take it away, guys.
There we go, guys. We can see the previous bans before that Gianna, that Vanessa. We've got round 2, Thompson and Tree.
So in this situation here, Gianna was the pre-ban from Tree, but Tree no longer has the option to pre-ban Gianna, so we'll see what Tree decides to pre-ban. At the same time, Thompson pre-banned Vanessa last time. Again, can't do that this time, but Thompson may not really need to decide on a serious pre-ban because both share the same units.
That's correct, sir. We see the Ganny and the Hathor getting pre-banned here.
There we go. So everyone's favorite combination, the Ganny Hathor. Neither unit will be in play here, so we expect to see a lot of Bruiser. Probably not very much sniping, but a lot of Bruiser going back and forth.
Let's see what Tree drafts here. Taking away from Thompson, he goes right for his throat, removing his Dark Desert Queen.
So when he takes the Nephthys first, Tree likes to pair it with the Tiana. So let's see if Thompson decides to play the outspeeding game with this Gianna, or if he wants to play more of an RNG game with the Antares later.
All right, we're seeing the CR already coming from Thompson, and then there's the Gianna as well. Takes that back, goes with the Fran as well.
I'm not sure about the Gianna so early because knowing that Tree doesn't have it, Tree actually going with units like a Verd that is typically not on Will, and actually going with the speed lead of Vanessa. So Tree is representing 2 speed leads right now. Thompson with that Vio Gianna is going to be outsped and may potentially lose a unit if Tree chooses to take a Daphnis later.
Yep, Thompson showing a little bit more speed in these units. He's showing this Okeanos and the Tiana as well.
Very good pick on that Tiana, actually. I think Tree was angling to take that Tiana, and Thompson just took it right from under him. So very good pick here. But again, Tree with a very fast Daphnis that we saw earlier, and double speed lead. I think that is a must pick for Tree. Instead, he's going for more of a control, reactionary to control route. So that Josephine means that he is going to keep that Okeanos in at the very least, if not the Gianna as well. But I would have loved to see a Daphnis because that is a forced ban from Thompson.
And Tree looking to bring in the Raccoony, really bringing in that Raccoony on Tree's side of the field. All right.
Interesting pick there. Raccoony means that he is leaving Gianna in on the field as well. Actually, Thompson's side not representing a ton of damage, to be honest. But at the same time, if Raccoony does get banned, Tree has no sustain. So it's kind of a little bit of a rock, paper, scissors here. Thompson going with heavy oppressive damage of the Aegir, so it tells me he's leaving the Raccoony in.
Yep, exactly. Definitely leaving that Raccoony in. Maybe even that Vanessa and Verdi heal as well. I think we might see a ban on the LD units in this one. No, bans out that Josephine, bans out Aegir. Tree was fine with seeing those 4 units that he saw already.
Fair bans on both sides. Let's see how good this Raccoony is.
All right, guys, here we go. Round 2, Thompson and Tree. See who's going to be taking first turn in this round of 2. And it looks like Nephthys is going to be taking first turn on Tree's side of the field. Getting that silence on that Tiana.
But at the same time, this Nephthys was not able to do much because everything on Thompson's side was Will, even the Okeanos. So unfortunately, Tree not going to be able to do much by it, even though he took turn 1.
Yep, Tree trying to heavily focus out that Tiana already. Can he get that defense break? He does not get that defense break there. Bombs coming out on the field.
And Tree's going to eat an AoE stun from the Okeanos. But if you noted, that Raccoony moved in front of Tiana, so that is a very fast Raccoony. It's going to be a lot of sustain coming out from Tree.
Rain of Stones comes out, does receive stuns on everybody on Tree's side of the field.
So if Thompson can somehow find a way to get an attack buff bomb on the Tree, that would be a huge win, and that's his way to win. But at the moment, Tree should be able to sustain and eventually take the match.
That's right, immunity up, attack buffs up, does get that reset onto Nephthys.
So Tree here needs to leverage this Vertihile and slowly just do more chip damage over time. And Thompson needs to take something out.
Yeah, he was looking for that defense break on Nephthys and not getting it.
Yeah, and at this point here, Thompson again working on that Nephthys here, does not want to poke that Vert because that revenge proc would be huge. Not many targets for Thompson to go after.
Looking for that attack break on Vert heal. Luckily, it did not revenge on him.
Yeah, what Thompson's doing right now is balancing the HP so that he's controlling what Raccoony ends up cleansing. He's trying to control the Raccoony, making sure that Vanessa never gets that bomb cleansed. So smart move by Thompson here, laying more damage into Tree.
Yeah, looking for that bomb onto Vert heal. Lands it true. Starts applying more damage onto that Nephthys.
And that's a big proc on the Gianna because Gianna has a bomb next turn.
Raccoon, he needs to boost up himself. Hopefully he can get a cleanse out there. Is he going to get it or not?
Yeah, but at this point, the Nephthys is so low on HP that Raccoony's not going to be able to cleanse any bombs.
Can he get an additional turn? He does not receive an additional turn with that Vert heal as well. We're going to see a silent coming out here.
Yeah, and he should throw the silence onto Gianna because Gianna's throwing a lot of bombs out. But at this point here, Tree's Nephthys is on cooldown. Not much he can do.
Does land that silence as well. No stun. We get the Vile proc coming from the Vanessa.
Yeah, and Thompson's continuing to push his advantage. Needs to down this Vanessa so he can work across the team, and he has to juggle with the Raccoony.
Does get that additional turn as well. Bombs coming out. He might be spreading these bombs all over the place. Or does he
could put it on either the Raccoony or the Nephthys here.
Goes for that Nephthys and continues to deal damage to that Vanessa.
Very smart play here, knowing that Raccoony only cleanses and heals the lowest HP unit, so he's controlling the Raccoony and then making sure that Tree needs to force Tree to have the proc to stay in the game.
Yeah, Tree is going to keep recycling that Raccoony's second skill onto itself. He's trying to heal up his team as much as possible. We're going to see Rain Stones coming out. Can he get a stun on everybody? Not onto Vanessa. We see that bomb take out that Vert heal, but it gets revived back.
And that was a violent Oki that just took another turn. And Thompson actually just took out the passive and probably could kill this Vertihile right now.
Yeah, he went in for that third skill, getting that stun onto Raccoony and the Vert heal as well. Trying to take out that Vert heal, does not receive it, and he does so with that Tiana second skill.
So actually, Thompson in a pretty good spot here. Tree does not have many ways to win. Raccoony
does get that the defense break. Looking for that defense break with that additional turn. Does not receive it.
Yeah, but again, Thompson has the heals from the Fran. It's doing too much. The Gianna bomb's doing a ton of damage.
Bomb's doing a ton of damage. That Nephthys does hold on, but Tree's gonna concede. Thompson taking round 2.
Tree yielding. Thompson's now got a point on the board. Man, Thompson was so ready for that Nephthys, but I still feel like he's not getting lucky with those accuracy resistance checks. That's been the problem for him all day today.
Well, he did land a lot of those bombs. I'm not sure he missed any of the bombs.
Yeah, I think he landed a lot of bombs there, but at the same time, the Raccoony from Tree not doing very well, not doing very much, and Thompson doing a very good job of balancing the HP of the opponent so that he's controlling the Raccoony indirectly. So the Raccoony really did absolutely nothing that game. It was kind of a dead unit. That's why it's no longer in this meta. At that point, Thompson played that game very well.
Yeah, Raccoony was definitely a questionable pick. We saw it there at the end there. All right, guys, we've got last run. You can see the Gaining in the Hathor was pre-banned. We've got new pre-bans coming up from these lovely men. There is the Gianna and Vanessa getting pre-banned.
So similar pre-bans to the first game. No surprise there. Tree does not like playing against a Gianna because it is an LD unit. It is very powerful. It does a lot, and Tree does not have that unit. So it makes a lot of sense. Thompson does his first pick and takes the Hathor.
Yes, take that Hathor away from Tree. Tree snap picks that Fran and Ganymede.
No surprise there. Snap picks that Fran Ganymede. Thompson reaching for the LD unit of Artemil. We know how strong that unit is, and Thompson's going to ride it to victory. And again, taking that Artemil closes off Tree's option of taking Verd, and Thompson's going to be very content to play a very bruiser meta here.
Yep, definitely is. He's showing the auto. What is he going to complement it with? Could we see possibly a Nephthys draft? It's taking that away from Tree. We don't. We see a Triana coming in from Thompson.
Interesting pick on the Triana here, but again, that's preempting the pick on Daphnis from Tree. If Tree goes with the Vertihile as he's flashing here, he should really be thinking about banning the Arda. It really shows that. Kind of difficult to do that when Thompson has 2 more picks. But in this situation, Tree goes with that Verd. Not sure about the Nephthys, given the fact that there's a Triana on the field, but that Nephthys tells me that Tree has no intention of banning that Artemil.
I think that is also very, very much correct. Are we going to see a Vanessa steal? I think Tree would definitely wrap up his draft there with a Vanessa. Does he choose to take that away from him?
We'll see here, but Thompson going with the Daphnis. I've screamed for Daphnis all day long, and Tree has no way to reset the Daphnis, no way to counter it. No Vanessa yet, no Triana, so Daphnis is a must ban from Tree's side. So Very, very good pick from Thompson, and that Daphnis has to be the ban.
We're seeing a Lucia on Tree's side of the field. He definitely has a lot of sustain if he does lock that unit in there. What he's lacking is a lot of damage, and there's a ton of damage on Thompson's side of the field.
And I like that Lucia pick a lot because it's consistent with how Tree is drafted. He's going to be he's going to be letting that Artemil through, but again, he changes to the Wusa.
And the Wusa is also a very good draft. There's a lack of strip on Thompson's side of the field.
Yeah, but at the same time, the Wusa does lack some sort of damage. So even if it's on crit damage, it may not do enough damage. And Lucia, I think, would have been a little bit more consistent here. That Daphnis, again, is a forced ban because that Daphnis will snipe something out off the bat. So Tree has to ban that Daphnis. It's a little odd to see the Wusa there.
Okay, definitely. So he bans out that Wusa there. He did have 3 strips on his side of the field, but it looks like he's going to lose out on that Daphnis, so he still has a lot of damage, a lot of RNG on Thompson's side of the field for sure.
Like all the Arders I fought on the ladder, it's going to dominate this game into this Verd here.
And not just Ard, it's also Antares as well. May the RNG be with them. We're going to find out, guys, in this match 3 with Thompson and Tree. Nephthys. First turn here for Tree.
And Thompson not on Will Wounds on this Triana, and Tree's taking advantage of this with the Nephthys.
Definitely going to see immunity go up here with attack buffs as well.
And actually, Tree is going to be able to use Sealed Magic onto the Hathor later once turns expire. So Tree is actually in a very good spot right now.
Yeah, Tree dealing a ton of damage onto that Antares as well.
Thompson is going to be reset unless Triana procs. So that's exactly what Thompson needs to win. Otherwise, he's going to eat a Sealed Magic from Gani, and he's going to lose a lot of tempo.
Oh, he did get it that additional turn. He can cleanse up that Antares, and that's it for the debuffs on Thompson's side.
That's a game-changing proc right there, because otherwise Hathor would have reset. But now Tree's going to lose immunity, and Hathor's going to sleep the entire team.
Oh, there's that passive. Already starting to get rolling here on Thompson's side, and there's another one. Coming in.
Another one back to back. That's a lot of damage coming out.
Despair stun onto the Fran as well.
That might be a quick concede there. That Antares is too good there. That Fran is locked down, and this Verd is about to die any moment.
We've seen a lot of damage going on to that Verd heal.
And poking that Antares is also very dangerous in case it's on revenge there.
And it is on revenge there, and there it is, getting additional turns as well, finishing off that Verd heal. Tree needs to deal with that unit.
Yeah, and Tree's smiling. He knows that he got unlucky with that Triana proc, unfortunately, but that is game over. There's no way to come back from an Antares with your 3 units right now.
There's the Despair Stun, and another additional turn from Antares.
That Antares is just doing so much. Such a good unit here, doing so much damage.
Yeah, that's right. Thompson needs to start eliminating units. He's going to get rid of this Dark Desert Queen. He's got an attack break. Not going to worry about that at all.
So Tree could totally concede at this moment. But again, there's $5,000 on the line here, and he's probably just counting the number of procs that this Antares is going to get.
Does dump the attack bars on his whole team. Gets that additional turn with the Ganymede. Looking to reventilate and heal up with his Fran.
But again, when this Antares procs one more time, that Nephthys is going to go down. I mean, Thompson's Antares is just doing so much work.
Really is. Does he choose to sleep this Nephthys? And he does, and he gets the additional turn with the Hathor as well.
And even though Antares' attack bar is so far up, meaning it hasn't procced in a while, it's going to be able to auto this Nephthys down.
Yep, really is. We're going to see some damage coming. It's going to be glancing damage coming from this Ada.
Yeah, Arda could even attack the Nephthys here and then let Antares auto it. It really doesn't matter. I know Thompson doesn't believe in the auto button, but he really could use it for once.
We should see a first skill. No, goes for that second skill. Looking to deal damage to both Fran and that Nephthys there.
Yet again, Tree playing a losing battle here. Really
and there's another turn coming from Antares.
So we'll see what Antares takes out. Fran somehow survives, but it doesn't matter.
Almost held on. It just held on. We see some damage coming out towards that. Nephthys from the Anti-Emil Revenge, and Hathor's going to finish up Fran. Then Thompson takes round 3 from Tree.
Thompson with that great game. Awesome pick on Antares. Such a threat. I know Thompson hates being on the wrong side of a loaded Antares. I don't know anybody who does.
No one does.
When Antares is on your side and you proc, it feels great. We saw him kiss that picture. He knows he got a lot of proc, and that Antares did a lot of work there.
Yep,
yes,
he's got 2 units that could passively take down Tree, and that's exactly what happened. The Ada put in work. The Antares put in work.
Yeah, that's right. Definitely both worth the picks. Let's see how they handle round 4. Let's go to the pick ban phase.
Here we go, guys. This is round 4. Thompson could take it home if he can upset Tree with this win, or can Tree put up a fight and take another from Thompson?
This is a $5,000 match here. So if Thompson wins, he gets an additional $5,000. Both players are going to Paris anyways, so there's a lot on the line here.
Definitely a lot on the line here. You can see the previous bans before that, Vanessa and the Gianna, and we see once again the Gani Hathor getting pre-banned.
Again, the crowd favored that Gani Hathor. Very exciting matchup. Again, we're not going to see that here, so we're going to see very heavy bruiser. Tree does have first pick, so let's see if he goes with the Nephthys as he did last time, or if he chooses to change the direction of his draft.
All right, Tree locking in that Vanessa. 33 speed lead for Tree. Thompson possibly going to respond with a, no, Gani Hathor both banned here. He's going to steal some units here from Tree, and then he goes with that Artemiel and Fran.
Yeah, when in doubt, just take the LD unit. Finally, Tree shows that daftness that he showed us earlier. Again, he deviated with the draft with the Vanessa here. Vanessa and Verd not very good in the Artemiel, so Tree really should be thinking about banning that Artemiel as he builds his draft out.
Heavy fire units on Tree's side of the field. We're definitely going to see that Aegir come back for Thompson. He
I
likes
wouldn't
that
be
unit.
surprised if you see Aegir, and actually Water Monkey is so good in this draft on Tree's side. I would not like to see a Triana, so hopefully Thompson doesn't pick that because Triana's a very dead unit against
And he goes
Bird.
full LD. We see the Nephthys, we see the Gianna, we see some classic Thompson come out.
I mean, when in doubt, just take your LD units. They're so powerful. There's a reason why they're good. And Tree responding with Tetra and Juno that we saw earlier from Michael Yan.
Thinking about completing the set.
Thompson
man.
going to finish off this LD comp to have a 5 LD team. Hopefully he does. He is flashing that banana and he is teasing the crowd. We'll see. I don't think it really works well, but hopefully he takes it and throws it down.
There's the Aegir as expected. He's probably going to be banning out that Tetra so that he could just do plenty of work with
I
that
actually
Aegir.
think he's going to be thinking about banning out either the Daphnis or the Vanessa, because if he bans out the Vanessa, he outspeeds. If he bans out the Daphnis, he doesn't start on a 3v4. So I really think that the
That is very
Daphnis might
true.
be the ban. I think Tree should be thinking about banning either Gianna or Aegir, one of the two units. So either or, it's kind of a rock, paper, scissors here.
And he chooses to ban out Aegir, and Juno gets banned out on Tree's side. Let's see how tanky Thompson can be. Is Tree gonna get a Hellfire off and remove one of these units? Let's find out in this round 4 between Tree and Thompson. We've got a Hellfire coming out. There was that Will getting moved. We see that defense break. Can he remove Fran? Fran is gone. Immediately seeing that 3v4.
So Tree starts off this game by putting Thompson down 3 units to 4, and Tree also has a Tetra on the field. So there's a lot going Tree's way right now.
Most definitely a lot going on here. Bomb gets resisted onto that Daphnis as well. We do see an additional turn.
So like I said, in that ban there, Thompson's content to play this 3-on-4, letting that Daphnis through. But again, 3 LD units on the side of Thompson, so anything can happen.
Anything could happen. He's looking to get rid of that Daphnis. We see a defense break coming from that Vanessa. He needs that defense break. There it is. That File Proc coming from Vanessa.
Actually, that was a ton of damage on the Daphnis there, and actually Thompson could just burn right through Vanessa's passive, which is exactly what he's doing.
That is correct. Hellfire is not up. He can't take advantage of that attack buff on Daphnis.
And Tree needs to work to use this defense break to his advantage and take out Thompson's Artemiel as quickly as possible.
That's right. He has to do it right now.
Yeah, he needs to go from a 4th.
Big despair stun onto that Verti-heal.
Yeah, and that attack break is actually quite big on this Daphnis because Daphnis cannot do a lot of damage to Artemiel.
Yep, and he needs to focus that Daphnis to remove that unit.
Yeah, at this point, that passive of Vanessa is burned. So once that Daphnis goes down, it's going to be 3v3, but 3 LDs are better than 3 non-LDs. So Thompson gonna be in a good spot here.
Definitely is. He's looking to get a bomb out onto this field, maybe onto the Vanessa. And he is, but it gets resisted again!
Unfortunate, but he's autoing down this Daphnis. Daphnis is so squishy here, and it's gonna go down soon.
It's definitely gonna be critted here, and he's going to return. There it is. Does not drop that Daphnis, forcing Artemiel to heal himself.
Yeah, but once this Gianna gets his auto attack online, it's gonna kill that Daphnis. So we're just waiting for it at this moment.
See that first skill cycle onto that Daphnis. Daphnis still holds on. No despair stuns are going out. We do have a Hellfire out here. Does not, and it deals some serious damage. Still holds on. Artemiel already healed himself.
That's a large heal on the Daphnis, a lot of protection, but Gianna does have it stripped up, so this Daphnis will be stunned up.
There's a little saving grace, getting a despair stun out there. No strip, no stun coming from Artemiel. There's a despair stun onto that Vanessa.
That's a very, very big despair stun. It can't go again.
Ooh, he got that additional turn. There's the defense break as well. He needs the kill. He does not kill. No despair stun. Does he go for the 30? Does he put another bomb on the field?
Definitely throw another bomb, and he's going to auto the Daphnis. Daphnis has a defense break. That might be the end of Daphnis right now.
There it is. Daphnis is going to drop there.
And Thompson's going to go after the Verd. Once he takes the Verd out, Tree actually is in a really, really tough spot.
There it is. He was able to drop that Verd. Bomb sitting on top of that Vanessa as well.
And Tree's got this bomb sitting on Vanessa, and he needs to take out this Artemel right now.
He needs that bomb to land, and he does land that bomb onto the Tetra as well. Continues to first skill the Vanessa as that main target for damage.
But now Artemel's so tanky, it's not gone down. But again, this Vanessa's going to pop it and move defense break.
That is correct. We're going to see a silence coming out here, keeping up with that attack break on the Vanessa. That Vanessa's not dealing any damage at all.
That is a lot of damage. That is a defense break, but defense break gets shaken out.
Bomb gets resisted onto the Tetra as well. We see another additional turn coming from. He's not finishing off that Vanessa. Vanessa just barely holding on.
Tree's trying to work on some damage, but again, not enough. That auto attack is going to do a lot to this Vanessa. It might go down.
That is right. Can he finish it off there? Not yet, but it looks like Nephthys is going to finish off that Vanessa there. Vanessa goes down. We've got two bombs sitting on top of that Tetra, but Tetra's going to keep pushing those bombs.
It's going to be an auto attack game here, and it's over. I don't see a way that
those
Tree
defense breaks. He's going to be going for that bomb. Goes for that first kill as well. Finishes off that. Thompson takes round 4.
Thompson! He got the win. He is our champion.
Oh, man.
Congratulations.
And Swag coming out to celebrate with